Ben, what watch are you going to get? You've seen my collection there. Have I changed your view? So at the moment you've got a Tag Heuer Formula 1.
Yes.
That's on a bracelet, is it?
Stainless with a red face, yes.
And how much did you pay for that?
$1,300.
Okay. And how long ago did you get that?
It'd be about 18 months ago now.
18 months. Okay, that's an okay. That's nothing terminal with that. That's a very modern sports. It's a really striking sort of watch. You want to get into something better?
Yes.
So I mean that sort of watch there. Not to detract. That's kind of like, you know, what's that like? That's like a Peugeot in a car, in a European. What is that? It's an entry level. It's like a Skoda, isn't it? An entry level European, isn't it?
Yes.
It's a Swiss watch.
Yes.
And I know I've criticised Tag a lot, but it's still a good footing into the hobby.
It was a good start.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
There's nothing. I wouldn't necessarily sell it off. You know, because what are you going to get for it? You know, it's worst thing is to sell it cheaply, and you know it's always a beta is a watch you can wear every day is better than wearing no watch. You know.
Yes.
And I you know, with my 5 that I've got, the 2 Pateks, the Reverso and the Breguet and the 8, the problem is they're not that usable.
No.
And that's what I'm thinking about adding in an Omega, because it's a good everyday watch. And for you, so what sort of budget would your next watch have?
I think the budget will be around the $4,000, give or take a little bit. And going on my research, probably an Omega Speedmaster Man on the Moon.
Yep.
Would be an excellent step up for me.
Yep. Yep. Just out of interest there, you don't know this, Ben, but I've actually just put a deposit on one, right? Because I want some usable stuff. And this is the guy who goes to the Philippines.
Right.
And fuck, that fly's annoying, isn't he? Let's get that, open the door, leave it open, get that fucker out. Oh, you little shit. Because the fucker, you know what the fucking little bastard did? I left a Scotch glass, and the fucking bastard went into my Scotch glass. Can you believe that? So I had to spoon him out and drink it, you know? I can't waste good Scotch, you know?
You can never waste good Scotch.
But he's gone, isn't he? Okay, so let's have a talk there. What are you? This is just off the cuff, you know. We may not use this, Ben. Just want to talk about a newbie who's looking at. You've had a Tag now. Look, I criticise Tag because, you know, that's part of the show, and I've got to set people straight. But if you've got one, it's not the end of the. They're very saleable.
Yeah.
You know, very saleable.
The reason that I bought the Tag was I was always wearing Seiko, in either a kinetic diver's watch,
Yep.
kinetic sports watch,
Yep.
or a chronograph sports watch.
Yep.
And the Tag for me was a step up into a better class,
Yes. Yes.
a well-renowned brand.
Yep. No, it is. It certainly is. Yep.
But I think now we've had the Tag.
Mhm.
It's time for something a little bit more special.
Yes.
And I think
The Omega Speedmaster. Look, I'm getting one myself, and I bought one second hand. It's going to be about 25-ish, which is about 2.2 US.
okay.
And I haven't seen it yet. I put a deposit on. I haven't seen it, but it's coming. It's coming soon.
Excellent.
But for you,
Mm,
an Omega Speedmaster's good.
I think so.
The Reverso, could you do the Reverso?
I think they're a beautiful watch.
Probably the one you want is the bigger one, isn't it? Because you were looking at the classic, the smaller size, and it had already fucking sold. This is the problem with these Reversos. There aren't oodles and oodles of them. You know what I mean?
And from what I read, they are very popular.
Yes.
And the good ones, like anything, won't
They go.
last.
No.
They go. So I can possibly see myself with a reverso. I think they're an extremely elegant
Yes.
watch. They look good.
Yes, we must open that door, another fucking fly's coming. These flies, where do they fucking come in from? These bastards. Go out, he's gone. That's it. Good, thank you, sorry.
I think that the Omegas and the Jaguar Ultra, they're a step up. They're certainly a step up.
Yes.
Another thought,
Mm-hmm.
a Rolex.
Yep.
Rolex Datejust.
Yes.
Possibly,
Great piece.
possibly in a stainless
Great
band.
piece. Yes.
Maybe not two-tone, just a stainless band to start with.
Yes.
And that would be an entry level into.
Yes, Rolex is a great brand. I'm actually I want to get a Rolex Datejust myself, because I tell you the truth. The thing is that the fucking Submariners, they're not cheap. What are you going to pay for a no date is 6,000? I don't think 6 Aussie dollars fucking tanked.
Up to
$6,000.
$7,000.
That's a lot of money.
It is.
You know, it's a lot of fucking cars to sell, isn't it?
It is, and to start out, I don't want to go extravagant on the first one. I want to build the collection slowly,
No.
step by step.
Yes.
And I think a Jaguar Ultra, Reverso,
Just before you go on, how did you find that Glen Farkless? We just sampled the 21. What did you think? Tell me what you think.
it's beautiful. It really is nice. It's got a sweet hint to it with honey notes, and the aftertaste, it doesn't burn like a lot of Scotch.
No.
It's very velvety on the palate
Yes.
and very Moorish.
Yes.
Very Moorish.
Moorish. What's Moorish mean?
The sort of Scotch that
You want
couldn't,
more.
You couldn't just have one.
Yes. So for your first watch, well, the tag was a decent purchase, wasn't it?
It was, yes.
I mean, that's not.
And that was purchased brand new.
Yes.
That wasn't purchased second hand.
Yes.
And now I can see that value for money, a second hand luxury watch, is going to be a better, viable and more practical purchase
Yes.
than buying one new.
Yes, that's true. That's true. Omega or a Rolex? That sounds like a really good watch. How many? Now tell me this. You're 27,
Seven.
young man. How many watches do you hope to have? Well, what's the goal there?
I think an everyday watch, a dress watch, and probably three.
3 is it.
3 is it.
That's it.
Yes.
There's no more interest in watches, or
No, not at all. It'll be 3 for a start, and
Yes.
then as time goes on, as we age, possibly change in direction like everybody
Yes.
has.
Yes.
But I think 3 is a good number.
3 is a good number. Yes. No, I can understand that. I think quality is better than quantity.
I agree.
You know, the interesting thing is, you know, with Patek, when you used to service a watch in the 70s, they'd lend you one to wear.
Is that right?
Yes, they had these steel ellipses, and they were a service watch, because they were watches to wear when your watch was... Because people in those days, we're talking 60s, 70s, the expectation wasn't to have fucking 20 watches. You had one.
That's right. One extravagant watch.
You know what I mean? It sort of... Well, as best as you could afford, you know? So it's only a new thing where people have fucking oodles of shit. Oodles and oodles. But I gotta say, that's 3. 3's a...
3's a good number.
Yes.
You can have 3
Yes.
watches for 3 different purposes. And hey, if the occasion suits, you can interchange them.
Yes, that's a very, very valid point there. 3 watches. So that's how you're starting out. So how are you saving this money? Tell me this. Are you budgeting? Are you putting it into a sub account? What are you doing to save this money?
Budgeting in a sub account.
I see. How much have you got saved so far?
Just over $2,000.
That's good. That's very good. Jesus. That's good. That's good there.